So thank you for waiting. So Puzzle and Dragon Champions Cup Tokyo Game Show 2022 final competition. I am Iayo Haruichi and I will be the MC for this event. And my name is Hatsune Matsushima and I will be his assistant. Nice to meet you everyone. So Tokyo Game Show 2022 is being held in Makuhari, but we are here from our studio in Tokyo. Yeah, in Makuhari, we are not here there. We are in this studio in Tokyo. Somewhere in Tokyo. Can you specify where we are? You don't have to. I'm not requesting you. I want to give you big tips. Not in Setagaya World. Wow, okay. So, you know, people have to search us in the rest of 2020 words. Yeah, we are taking all necessary precautions to ensure the safety of our audience and to prevent the spread of COVID, and broadcasting from a dedicated studio with all online audience. Now, this program is being broadcasted at the official PD channel and the TGS official channel too. So I noticed that some of you have been seeing even before the break. So we took 50-minute break. So did you have lunch or did you relax or maybe you walked your dog or oh, by the way, the post office will be closed soon. It's Saturday anyway. Oh, sorry, I did not know that. I gave a wrong information. No. So, did you have good time? I went to a spectacle shop during the lunch break. I changed my spectacle glasses. I fully spent 15 minutes for that purpose. Wow, that is a very good way to spend time. Yeah, I went to a spectacle shop. So after that, after this session is over, then I would collect my glass. Wow, that's good. I'm very impressed. Okay, so what kind of competition this is? Let me explain this. So 14 professional PAD players will compete for the title of Pro Number 1. This is a tournament, and the best 8 matches have just finished. And we will now show you the semifinals and finals. And the total prize for this year's tournament is amazing. What? A total of 5 million yen. 5 million yen, right? Yes, that's great. Yeah, you can buy the 2 mini cars, right? You should be able to buy very good cars. Maybe you can customize them too. Maybe you can put up wings. No, usually you don't put wings to a car. What kind of, thought process do you have? SS600 could have it. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, so first, the 2 third-place finishers will receive 500,000 yen each. Okay. Then the second-place winner will get 1 million yen. And then the prize money for the first-place winner is 3 million yen. 3 million yen, great. If you have 3 million yen, what are you gonna do? Maybe I could buy 3 inexpensive Rolex watches for investment. Yeah, oh, that's a very realistic way. Yeah, usually people don't say 3 Rolex watches, but I would want to buy them. Yeah, there is one practical way to use it. Yes. So I wonder what kind of ideas professional players have in terms of spending such money. But anyway, they are going to have a very hot battle. So now let me introduce the sponsors of this year's tournament. First of all, we have Mattel International, who was a sponsor last year. The company sells more than 20 million units of Uno a year in more than 80 countries. It is enjoyed around the world as a card game that people of all ages can play together. So Uno celebrated its 50th anniversary in 2021. In 2022, Uno All Wild, in which all cards are wild, was released. This is a new type of card that can be played in any number and any color. The speedy and the thrilling game is waiting for you. Please enjoy playing Uno, which has been loved for many years, and Uno All Wild, which is newly released. You see a big, giant Uno behind us, right? So this is real, by the way. So you can touch this, actually. for giants, right? I don't know. I don't think so, though. Okay. And we are sponsored by Meiji Almond Chocolate, a well-known in PAD's esports, #1 in nut and chocolate sales. Only the choicest beans are slowly roasted to create this savory taste you all know and love. It is a high-quality milk chocolate, so please cheer up the players while enjoying Meiji Almond Chocolate. Also, we have sponsorship from Yannick's. All uniforms worn by professional gamers are provided by Yannick's. Thank you very much for the sponsorship. Next, an energy drink that leads drinkers to the Invincible Zone, a limited performance energy zone, also offers their sponsorship for this event. The runner-up will receive 6 months worth of prizes, and the winner will receive a year's worth of prizes. Okay. So players, so they would wear Yannick's uniforms, and they would have these drinks, and they would eat chocolate. Maybe someone who eat up chocolates within the shortest period may win the game. Also, they have to play Uno, right? So they wouldn't do any PAD game anymore? No, I don't think so. So sponsoring companies, thank you so much. So now I'd like to introduce the commentators. I'd like to introduce Oda-san for play-by-play comment. Thank you. Nice to meet you. And another commentator, Mr. Kosuke. Hi, nice to meet you. And Gaimon-san. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Gaimon. And another player and commentator, Player Fearless. Hi, nice to meet you. We finally made it to the semifinals. How do you think? What do you think? So, yeah. So this is the first time for Chippy-san to come over here, and Aki-san got one title, Fearless player got title, Mihara, he didn't get the title. So different types of players are here. So I'm very looking forward to see who will be the champion. Kosuke-san, what do you think? Winning, losing, rather than that, maybe I have a kind, I've been thinking that particular players could win the game, but now my forecast is not right at all. So this is so interesting. Professional leagues have been continuing that now. So I personally feel it is very exciting to see professional players' performance. That's all. So what about you, Gaimon? Yeah, best 8 matches. Parties developed so far could be demonstrated to each other, but now any parties demonstrated already will be used for battling. So maybe we could expect another way to do battling. So I want to see something different from before. Okay, what about Fearless? Player Fearless. Yeah, Aki-san and Refresh-san. Yeah, they have already became the champions for TGS before, so I don't want to see them champion again. So player Mihara, player Chippy-san, I really wish they would win. Yeah, so definitely let us take a look how they would battle each other. Thank you very much for your commentary. Okay, so now to check out the players who have made it this far, let's check the tournament list. So you see, now we have players such as Chippy and Aki and Miura and the Refresh. So Refresh, he was from consolation match, right? Yes. Wow. And Chippy, this is the first time for me to be at this tournament, right? Yes. I hope he could continue this momentum without any feeling pressures, right? Yeah. I watched his game, and Aki actually targeted Yua. Yeah. So how he would be using that party, that is another point we want to take a look at. So this red line, if it reaches champion, then that will be the one who would reach a champion. I know, it's so obvious. You don't have to explain. So if your red line goes to champions, then you will be the winner, the champion. Of course, of course. I just want to give you some tips about this tournament list. So 3 more games to go, and we will see the champions. I'm very excited. It's so fast. So I'm sure you all know this, but there is a video that shows what kind of game PID battle is. So please take a look at it first. So this is about the rule of PID battle, basic rule. So players would use this PID for direct battle. So hit point gauges should be destroyed in order to be a winner first. The flow of battle. So both players have to play at the same time for turns. So you have to select skills to be used for this turn. So you have to think about when you want to activate your skills, looking at the strategy of your counterpart. That is a key for your victory. So once you activate skills, then you have to do puzzle. Based on your strategies, you have to eliminate like puzzles. So leader skills owned by leaders can be used to increase the magnification of attacking. So after this, one turn will be completed. Then your counterpart's HP gauges, that should be all destroyed for you to be a winner. Now this is about damage. So you can destroy only 1 HP gauge per turn. Once a turn is destroyed, it cannot be recovered. And the same attributes will be kicking out each other. And looking at the level of power of attack of your counterpart, and if yours is higher than that, then you have likeliness to be a winner. So if the play cannot be completed within the turns, then remaining HP gauges should be measured. If it is higher, then you will be a winner. If there is any draw, then there should be judgment. The average number of combos and the damages of each attribute will be converted into point to make a judgment. If the points are the same, then that will be a draw. Okay, so it's so easy to understand. Thank you. So puzzle and skills, so that should be combined. So actually, players would have to wear like a headphone so that they could not hear the sound of the macaroni and pizza is going to be played. No, that is not true. Okay, so Oda-san, can you explain the game, the tournament rule? Yes, let's confirm the rules of this year's tournament. So take a look at this. So the winner will be determined by the creator room at a battle in PAD battle. When the first 2 sets are taken, 4 teams already registered should be used for the game. A team should be selected per match. Once a team has been selected, it cannot be selected again for that match. In case of a tie, a match will be replayed until a winner is determined. And the only accessories that can be used in the match are touch pins and LCD protective sheets approved by the organizer. Next, I will explain the rules of the team formation. All 4 teams must have different leaders. The same monster cannot be used in all 4 teams. Team formation, awakening skills cannot be changed after registration. And only the leaders and monsters of the season that are in effect on the day of the tournament may be used. So for this, seasons 14 to 16 are eligible for this tournament.
Okay, let's move on. First one, those are the players. I was always looking forward to this game. It's not easy. but I think I will have a good game. I enjoy playing the game. I'll try my best.
チッピー選手
Chippy
対するはこちらの選手です
versus
今まで以上にやっぱりパズドラを
more than ever.
楽しむものじゃなくて人に見せる
Puzzle is not just for me. I want to enjoy with others. I always thought that I was one of the best players, and that hasn't changed. I will beat everyone.
アッキー選手
Aki.
それでは両選手は準備をお願いいたします
Okay. Please get ready.
さあまずは重要な一戦準決勝第一試合チッピー
The first game,
ボスケさんいかがですか
Chippy versus Aki. What do you think? Oh, cute Chippy
刺激的な
and stimulus
刺
Aki.
げましたよ今アッキー選手
What? I don't know what you mean by that.
さあそんな両選手のリーダーから見ていきましょうこちらです
Okay, let's look at their
そうで
leaders.
すね一度見ている
Today,
編成もありますがお互い出てます
we know already. Mackenstein, Carbon Cruz, Volcano, Dragon, Lar. Aki, Aldevis, Mill, Mackenstein, Ra. Okay, Gaimon-san, Chippy, Aki, what do you think? Chippy seems like he's enjoying. Aki, oh, I think he's trying to target to win. How much they can enjoy, I think that's the key. Aki really enjoys playing this title, but I don't really see it in this match. But still, I hope that Aki enjoys it. They will get the prize money at this point. Anyways, well, Aki was quite strong in championships in the past. I think he can play well in a big title. What do you think? Chippy, he's very natural, and Aki, he used some 3 parties. I think there's a gap in the previous games. And interval, how about the time between games? They are reviewing the parties that they organized. Yes, they look at the other one's parties and where they focus on, and they will decide which one to activate. Okay. So they're getting ready. Who Aki was against the US, but when you look at those characters, looks like those are good party. Bill, I think it's he will have a good start. I think his bill was have a quick start. Artemis. Artemis. Is it? He's good at throw. Makesh is the one that he hasn't used. I think those are good matches. I think that those characters are all good for Chippy's party. I don't think the very first pick will determine the game. Okay. What is this? Oh, the game has started already? Hold on. Let me check what's going on. Probably Aki's screen is frozen. Maybe we should look at Chippy's screen. Can we start? No restart. Makesh and versus La, those are the picks. Lar and Makesh are matched. Lar is focused on fire. 20 o'clock combo. Fire. Light will win. Yes. 3 versus 3. This is a chippy screen. Aki screen behind. Aki, Padu, Riche, Eok. Leok is getting the God Killer. Let's see how God Killer is effective. Bind worked. 50% reduction during this time. Awaken extended by 3 seconds. Enhance activated. So they have different colors. For the throwing point, Makensh has a stronger fire. So how Chippy can avoid it? That's the key. Chippy made a move first. He wants to eliminate drops as many as possible. 8, 9 combos. Aki, 20 o'clock. Fire is really strong. Wood, Aki, light, Chippy, dark, lucky, Chippy, Aki. What if it comes to the decision? Chippy is getting light, Aki is getting the rest. Aki has one more color, but the number of combos is difficult. Macken's skill, you can extend your move by 3 seconds and reduce the time by 3 seconds for the opponent. This turn, the turn from the previous one is still effective. Dark, 30 o'clock. Fire came back. Light. This is a final turn. Combos are also important. Aki has 3 attributes, so maybe Aki is in a favorable condition. If there's a gap of 2 combos or more, that advantage of the attribute will be offset. Sorry, I didn't have a good count. So 6 seconds fixed for next scene. And Aki, how many combos he's shooting for? Aki's combos numbers really important. 9, 10. Aki, 9 combos for 20. Chippy smiled. Aki is praying. We have to wait for the judgment. Let's look at Chippy's screen. 8.8 combos. Attribute 1. He got 4 attributes. Aki won. Aki won the first one. Aki's screen was not available. Let us adjust it for the next game. What do you think? 30 o'clock timing, the dark power. Dark? No, fire. The fire. I'm sorry. At 30 o'clock, the wood score was quite stable. There was 30 consecutive. For first 2 returns, I thought fire was good for Chippy, but at 30, there was turnover. It was quite close, wasn't it? Herabiok had God Killer. Correct. Water. It was easier for Aki to get.
So light could not be captured, right? Yeah, so 4 attributes were got by Aki. So plus 0.3 for Chippy. So if he could have got one more attributes, then Chippy might be the winner. So RBI of fire determined the. So there was a little gap between Aki and Chippy's performances actually.
いやでも本当に惜しいというかいい戦いでした
So yeah, that was really good battle because
どっちがいったのかなみたいな感じの悩ましい顔を最後されてた。
yeah, I remember they could not figure out who would be the winner at the last minute, but
ね、まあ選手にどれくらい影響あったかわかんないですけど、2人とも
I don't know. But they were really calm. So I was relieved to see them. If one of, if they lost this game, then it is determines that that loser would be on the third position. So what do you think about this? So it's really great result. So in terms of Aki, in case of Mil, actually rather than Carbon Cruise, he has more chances for winning. So Mil is a light female character, the second from the left. It could be easier to use, right? Yes. And Chippy, he is now in a tight position. Yeah. I don't know how he would be. For example, like a volcano. So Hanumani has some assignment. So you can hit the top of the alchemist. So there's no vertical division in Mil. So maybe you can see some difference of gauge. Only La is the one. You have to be careful if you use volcano. If there's any throw, you don't have to be afraid of La, but in Chippy, there's no throw. So La in Aki, if there's no much water, then you could get more possibility. But there is a Urkai law, so that is another care. So yeah, we saw Lara in Aki's, and if there is no rise. Yeah, but the volcano, it has other RBIs. So in case of judgment, yeah, 2 colors plus combo, right? Yes. So it's almost like a gambling. So it's not so difficult to use it, right? Mackenzie, if Aki used it, what does he have to be afraid of? So often used Mackenzie doesn't have vertical division. So Artemis, Mil, they could be tough. In case of Mil, we saw very fixed gimmick. In case of Mackenzie, it could be difficult to beat it. Actually, you could be in more disadvantageous position, right? Chippy gave lucky La first, right? So then you can use L-shaped character, but actually he could not execute his strategy. So from Chippy's perspective, the flow was not so easy. So think about other sets. So Chippy may have to make a very tough decision about strategy. After Volcano, maybe he could use Mackenzie. But vertical division is so hard. Like a 2/3, like Ultraman's Mil have more in Chippy's. Lara could be okay in his playing, but these two do not, actually they're so fixed. So how do you want to smash it out? That's a key. Then maybe a volcano is the only option. Yeah. Maybe 2/4 should be challenged, right? Yeah, so that you can use LAR. So Aki started with Mil, right? So maybe you can think about the same flow again, right? So,
機材の調整も行っておりまして、もうしばらく。
so now the device is being adjusted, so please be a little bit more patient. Okay,
2022準決
so
勝第1試合2本目のバトルスタートです。
this is the second set in the first semifinal, semifinal match. So in this, so Mio still remains, right?
そうですね。
So in this set, Casablanca plus Fleet would make a throw and Artemis mitigation skill. And you can take a look at 2 returns. Aki can do that, but Chippy can take a look at only 100% mitigation. So you still can be sad, he could laugh. In terms of matching Aki, maybe in more advantageous position. What do you think about this, Fearless? Yeah, there are 3 ways in Chippy. So the firepower of Artemis could be exceeded, but 4 vertical divisions may not be enough for that. So let's take a look at. Oh no! Hanuman two-way is jeopardized, as Fearless-san said. Yeah, Casablanca. Okay, so that will be stopped, right? Yeah. Volcano firepower, you have to divide it by fire, otherwise, so you can divide it by 2, so 12 magnification will be possible. So fire's output is also key. Chippy-san, this volcano has 3 combos, right? Aki have more than 7 combos, right? So now if you can stop a fire, that will be a very big. Okay, it stopped, right? Hey, good. That's what Chippy said, right? 4 versus 3. Aki has only green, like a tree. That damage could not be really mitigated. Aki should have a way to be winner, but how much wood will remain in bottom of Chippy? That is a key to at least 4. Okay, mine is got. At this point of time, Chippy's fire. Okay, so now if there's any wood, no, not so much. Maybe he could drive through this, right? Yes, fire went through. And water is also with the Chippy. What about light? Light, Illumina, and Serena. So Chippy has a higher magnification, so Chippy might be more advantageous. So Illumina is focused on. Illumina can have 2 divisions plus. So the counterpart's return can be divided by 50. So Aki, how much damage he could give to wood or tree? But Hanuman's firepower cannot be generated. In case of 1 set, there's no issue, right? So Chippy played a card first, right? So 8 combos. So therefore, so if Aki could survive, Chippy can still make 1 difference of set, right? Yes. So Aki cannot fill out the gap yet. So 9 combos. Chippy got. Okay, he earned this much combos, 8 combos. So Chippy survived well. So 1 versus. Now they are moving to the 3rd set. Okay, this is kind of what he predicted, right? Yeah, Hanumanu worked well. Now there will be 2 more, right? Yeah. As I said, vertical division is a key. So maybe there's no good formation against Mill. That's what I said earlier. Aki can pick up Mill. Chippy can use Mackenzie, for example. Maybe.
思うんです
I
け
think
ど、
that's what he's thinking
皆
about.
さんならどちらをピックしますかね。
So which would you like to
宮部選手どうで
choose?
すか？
結構難しいと
It's a
はい。
difficult
チッピー選手が
question.
マケンシーを出したら、
Chippy
まあ、ミール
may
に相
want
手
to
にし
use
そうだけど、ラー
Mackenzie,
に
then
カ
that
ーバ
may
ン
not
ク
be
ル
strong
ズだ
enough
ったら、
against
ミー
Male,
ル
but
には
could be
勝て
stronger
そうだけ
against
ど、ラー
Lar.
には厳しそうな感じ。
So
アッキー選手から見ても、ミール、
from
マケンシーだと負け
Aki's
そう。
perspective,
カー
Mackenzie
バンク
could
ル
be
ズだ
the
とちょっと
winner.
硬いので厳
Kabakos
しい。
that
で、ラー
may
で
not
行
be
くとマケンシーは厳
flexible.
しい
In
けど、
case
カー
of
バンクルズ
Lar,
はいけそうな気がす
Makeshi
る。
cannot
結
be
構
beaten. So
2分
there are
の1
many,
はい。
っていう
like
感
a
じになって
one,
いて、
it's like a 50%
相当迷ってると思い
possibility.
ます、2人。
So I think that they're still wondering what to
結
about
構、
what
ア
to
キ選
do.
手の方だと、
はい。
そのお名前とかは入ってるんですけど、そ
For
の継続
Aki,
性というか、その変換量だとか、
うん。
その
the conversion value
5ターン以上戦う能力みたいな
はい
と。ころを見るの。
or to the fighting power for 5, I think it's slightly lower.
その盤面の回復ドロップの量とか、
The recovery drop from scene 4
がすごくそのカーバンクルーズに対してすごい相性が
for
難しいところなんですよね。お互い
Carbon
に多分2回以
Cruise
上止まる
the match would be difficult.
ドロドロした戦いになると思うので、
I think it's going to be a very
面白そうではあるんですけどね。
match.
いやこれはもう凄まじく
I'm
あ
sure
る
it'll be
じゃ
interesting.
んけんぽいみたいな。
It's like playing rock, scissors, paper.
いかがですか？
What do you think?
どうですかね、まあ正直、
Well,
アキ選手が
to be honest,
ユア選手に対してみたいな感じだったんですけど、
はい
そんなイメー
Was
ジは全くない
playing
ですね
like against like you are,
普通
but
に
I
戦え
think
る
this is a
感じなんで
different match. This is an ordinary match.
はい、ブラフかもしれないですね。
That was a lie,
はい
wasn't
っていう
it?
感じなんですけど、どちらかというと
Okay.
表情的にやっぱりチッピー
When
選
we
手の
look
方が
at their
悩ましい表情されてる
expressions
わけなんです
of
よ。
on face,
なの
表情見
で
てるとね、
はい、アッキー選手の方が戦いやすい。まあ表情作ってるだけかもしれないです
Aki
ね。はい
problem from their facial expressions, Aki's getting a better time. So if you win here, you go to the final, and if you don't go to the final, you are determined to be in the third place. Are you going to get nervous? I never had the third match at the championship. I just wanted to see how you feel as a player. At the beginning, when I was in the second player,
2先で決めちゃってるんで、結構3戦目は
What
相当プレッシャーかかるんじゃないかな。
game was over
いやこの顔ですよ。
after the
この顔ですよ
two
ね。
games. Look at him. Very
良かったの
cute.
かなってまだ迷ってるところなんですよね。もうピック入ったのかな。
He hasn't decided.
迷って
He
るところですから
doesn't know what to pick.
本当にブリッジですよね。
アッキー選手ちょっとね落ち着いた表情を見せてますね。
Aki is more calm.
ハンカチ持ってるあたりいいっすよね。
He has a handkerchief. He always carries a handkerchief. I never have a handkerchief on me.
僕持ってますね。
I respect him. I'm sweaty. I do have a handkerchief. Because if you are a player, then you need a handkerchief to wipe when your hands are sweaty. Because they get slippery.
番組中にこう公式の場で友達みたいに
You're like chatting like friends.
普通なんか失礼いたしました。あれですか。
We say, oh, excuse me. Feels like we're just friends.
3本目ということで。
Okay, third
悩
one.
ましいとこですね。
Well, hard to
運命の
pick
二択。
how to
まあもちろん
decide.
ねそっちが間違えてしまったら
This is going to be
負けるって
the
そうですね。
より有利に
decisive one. You want to be in a favorable position to begin with.
まあ本当にサードはどうしようもないんでね、これ。
うん
Third
このマ
one.
ッチングだと、
There's nothing you can do
まあ
about it
本当に出した瞬
With
間
this
に
match,
っていうところは結構
when you show the pick,
8割方決まっちゃうんで、
うん
then the 70 or 80% of the game is already decided by then.
アッキー選手本当に落ち着いてますね。
そうですね。
Aki is very calm.
まあおそらくアキ選
He's
手が
ready for the
はい
match.
ピピ選手がものすごい悩んでらっしゃると。
アキ選手も過去まあそれこそね直近の大会こう上位入賞とか少なくなりましたけど3年前
Didn't make
そう
to
時代
the finals these days, but 3 years ago, he didn't win for a whole year. He didn't lose for a whole year. And this year is 2022. I don't know about their schedule. In 2022, probably this is the last big championship, so they really want to make it to the final, and this pick is very important for them.
普段よりも長かったですね。
いや、めちゃくちゃ。
めちゃ
The picking time was longer than usual.
おそらく今、ピック入りましたね。
はい。
I think they started to pick finally.
まあ、チッピー選手、マケンシーかな。
Vicky McKenzie.
だからこれ皆さんここからゲームスタートって画面見ると思うんですけど、真っ先に
You
見て
will
ほしい
see
の
the
は
screen.
まあもちろん
First,
何を
I
選んだ
want
リーダー
to
もそうなんですけど、
look at
選手
the
の表情
leader
いや、そうですね。
and also
ど
their
っちが
facial
覚えてて
expressions.
どっちがうおーって言ってるか
Who
特に
is smiling?
選手の方が
Who
リア
is
クション
surprised?
わかりやすいですよね。
これだけ悩んでるってことですから
は
Chippy has a
い。
Chippy has
どちら
a
も可能性がやはりあるという。
bigger
はい
reaction.
さっきおっしゃってましたけど。はい。っていうところなので、っていうところですよね、本当に。
さあそれでは参りましょう。
So let's start.
お互い冷静ですね。
はい、そしてチッピ選手、
で
うなずいていました。参りましょう。
harm.
パズドラチャンピオンズカップ
Chippy
東京ゲームショウ
was
2022準決勝第1試合3本目です。
This is a
チッピー
first,
選手は
second round.
勝ち筋を
First
残せた。
semifinal
なるほど。
ラーに対して
for two
出
Brown.
せたら、
うん、
ちょっときつかったので、
はい。
It would have been
ア
difficult.
キ選手がミルピックっていうところが一応読めたのかなっていう
Aki picked Mill. I
ただ
think
これまだまだ
Chippy knew that,
どっちが勝つかわからないので、
but we don't know who is going to win.
ランペード
Carbuckles
が入ってればまあもちろん火
Rampede,
力も上がらな
if
くなって
Rampede is there, the fire power is not going to go up, and you can go through if you crack it. But Rampede is not there. The water
バカみたいに高
and
くはない
fire, it won't be extremely high.
袖のスキルですが、チッピ選手はヘライー
Skills
選手はメリンソン
Chippy,
ファースト打っていきました。
Aki Melinzo,
さあ回復残さない。
no recovery
な
left.
った中で
さあ乗る
チッピ選手は
乗る乗る乗る
アキが10
乗る
お互い乗ってますね。
やばい
アッキー10
やばいやばいやばいやばいやばいやばいやばいやばいやばい
Oh, no, no,
これはやば
no.
い
アッキーの16コンボ
Aki 16
で
combos.
も通る
通りましたね。そして
He went through.
しっかり取っていってのお互いゲージ3対
Aki
3。
gained
これ
enough
はね
3 versus 3.
ヒヤヒヤだったと思いますよ今のは。
Chippy was very nervous, I'm
今の
sure.
コンボ数も今後判定も考えるとどうなるかというところではありま
The
すが。
combos might
さ
affect
あ2
the
ターン目です。
judgment.
さあお互い軽減。
Second round,
80% 軽減の
reduction, 80% reduction.
はい、もう打っていって、ここも50%軽減です。
5% reduction. You got
持ってます。
a 50% assignment.
しっかり弾きましたね。
Aki rejects it,
そしてお互いが軽減があるこの
and they have reductions, both of them in this turn.
火力覚醒がどういうふうに振られ
Aki
ているか
fire assignment, how does it
打ち方が
work?
変わるとは思うんですけど、ウェイで組んで
That will change the game.
ウェイで入ってます。
8 combos,
回復10時からの11コンボ乗りますね。
11 combos from recovery.
さあお互い止まるか。
水が止まって
お互い止ま
What?
る。
お互い止まる
お互い止まる。
硬いですね。
They both stop.
これどうですか、フィアレ選手から見てまだ
What
五
do
分
you
ですか。
think?
そうですね。
Is it still 50-50?
でまで行くと闇をどっちが取るのかな。
闇
So if they goes to the final judgment, dark should be also
そんな闇を持った
considered.
方でのスキルを打っていきます、アッキー選手。
lowest skill with dark.
マリエット
Mariel
おー4つ4つ
Water.
十分ですね
Wow.
さあでそれをしかもロックしてる状態なので、
And it's locked.
ねはい。
お邪魔を与えていくのはアッキーで
お
す。
互い削っていくっていう
Aki
形
is going to be in the
が
way.
まあ見えるんですけど、まあ
So I
消し方もかなり
see
大事ですね。次のターン
And how to
に動いたのは
eliminate
アッキー選手
those
回復10時
will be also
4
important.
つ残しますね。チッピー選手は水確保の7コンボ、アッキ
Chippy
ー選手は
Water
7コンボ
secured
です
7 combos.
お互いが削り合って残った
And they eliminate
残るんだ。
残った
and still some
ガッツポーズアッキ
left.
ー残りました3対2。
いやファイモンのね、
Aki
経験が
thumbs up.
一応残ってるので、
Simon
そうか
reduction still remains.
87%以上の経験
87%
はい。
or more
ガッキー
reduction.
選手はそのミルのリーダーが
アッキー
回復の十字を組めばもっと軽減
Leader
していくということで
Gets a recovery and then reduction will be greater.
静かな戦い取れば
Very
決勝
quiet.
負ければ
If you lose,
優勝
you will be in the third
終了に
place.
なります。先にパズルを置いたらチッピー7-8
Chippy 7-8.
初のタイトルを狙
アッキー選手はここちょっと捨てましたね。
はい。
と思ったんですけど、かなりチッピー選手の盤面は悪くないんですよね。次のターンも
Chippy's
しっかりウェイウェイでいける
move is not
もらえたん
bad.
ですけど、まあ一応ここヘリアンタス1枚でがかなり
Helianthus 1
ここに使えそうではあ
will
るん
be
ですけど、
effective to be
では
used.
ないと。ここはミオンを打っていくのはチッピー選手。
Mion, Chippy used Mion.
エンハンス、縦割り。
まあここ
Enhance
1-1交換でっていう
vertical division.
そうですね。
もちろん回復は
Aki's ideal move.
軽減しながらもコンボ数を出していくチッピー選手は水のドロップ4
Increase combos while being reduced.
残しつつ調整して勝負。
うまいですね。
And then they
高い完璧ですかね。
水はもちろん
this is the final stage.
2色は秋が取っていく。さあラストターン。
Aki's getting it. Water drop lock.
そうですね。
ヘリアンタス打たれたタイミング
Helianthus was
状態で水がま
shot.
ず残るかっていうところですね。残りました。
残りましたね、水。
Okay, water remains.
ここで
So
消えるなら
now
3つ。どうだ
消えた。
three should be gone, right? Yes, they're
水の
gone.
パ3つです。
Three waters.
まだ水で待って
そうですよね。
ってことですかね。
はい。
それしかないですね。
Yeah, that's the only
秋は
option
作
to
戦
keep
通り。
water.
し
Aki
かも
followed his
この
strategy.
状態はめちゃめちゃアッキー選手硬いんですよ。
This
回復のあれが入
status
ってるんで
is so good for Aki because there's recovery. No
ガッツポ
drop.
ーズ。取ったか秋。
Okay,
水を止
Aki
めた。
won.
そのまま落とし
Yes,
切った
water
秋。
is stopped.
2対1勝利決勝進出。
Okay,
秋
two
選
versus
手。
one. Aki is going to the final game.
ガッツポーズ。勝ち切りました。
Yes, he became the
そうです
winner.
ね。
でございました。
Wow, congratulations.
さあ、ということでございまして、
はい
決まりましたけれども、
So,
一選手負けてしまいました
so
がいかがでしたでし
Michi,
ょうか。
you became a loser. What do you think?
あ、チッピー、ごめんなさい、チッピーさん。
No, I'm Chippy. Okay, yes, you're Chippy. No, sorry about this.
悔しそうですね。
Yeah, so disappointed, right? Yes, very disappointed.
1戦目からピック負けて、
Yeah,
本当に2
this is a
戦目
big
だけは
failure.
いい流れでいけた
Well,
んですけど、
in the second set, I caught a good
3戦
flow.
目に関しては、
But
一
in
応
the
見る
third
これ
turn
っていう
set,
あれがあった
yeah,
んですけ
come
ど、
on, Neil. That's what I thought.
そうですね、ちょっと相手が投げてくるタイミングを、
The
なんか、
Aki's shooting timing. Maybe I thought about it too much.
陣打っちゃったり
There's a
して
water on the
なる
board,
ほど。
まあ
but
そこは正直投げられてもメ
To
タ
be
に負け
honest,
るとかした方がまだ良かった
maybe
かな
I
ってい
should
うの
have
が
let the flow just
正
go
直
after
あ
shooting.
と、そうですね、
And
16コンボでちょっと心折られま
The
した。
first 16 combos really gave me a big shock. Yeah, the second gauge, I was left a little bit, right? Yeah,
悔しいところであると思いますけれど。
that is what you're disappointed at, right? Yeah, I wanted to move to the final.
ありがとうございます。
Okay, you did a good job though.
決勝
Thank
に
you.
駒を進めたアッキー選手。
So
そうです
Aki-san,
ね
you're going to the
明らかに対
final.
面が不利な状況で、
Yeah.
1戦目ピック1点読みでラーコイ・マケンシー
So
を決めた時点で
Lur
割と
and
勝負が決ま
McKin,
ったかな
like
と思ってて
Misty and I,
で
when I
2戦目の
watched
段階
them,
で
I thought that
ボルケ
okay,
ー
I
ノ
could
と
the
アクリル
winner
さん
in the
が
second
まあセミ
set.
スは勝ち目もする
Volcano and Artemis
まあ
were
そこは負
used,
けてもらっ
but
てまあ3戦
so
目
I
マケンシ
thought
と
I
カ
could
マ
have,
ンとまあ見
you
る
know,
こと
give
で
it
きるっ
up.
ていう
But in the
まあ
third
もうこの時点
set,
で結構
I
こっち
could
は見えて
use
たんですけ
Mil.
ど
Actually, I
きちん
saw
と
that I
そ
would
の
be
3戦目
winner.
そのタイミングをしっ
But
かり
the
取れたの
third
は大きかっ
set,
たかなと思います。
actually, I
やっぱチッ
captured
ピ
a
ー
very
選
good
手
timing
な
for
ん
the
かその
third
成
set.
田
That
ゲ
was
ーとか言
good.
ってるんですけ
Like
ど、
a
そもそも
Chippy
僕も昔
became a
僕らのね、まあ、
professional
コスケさん
just
とか大門さ
before,
んとか、まあ、
but I
平子さん
played
とか
with
ニアハ
Kosuke
ップっていう
Daigo,
ので、決
so
勝
there
で
was a
ボ
near
コボコにされて
pop.
るんですよね。
なるほ
At the
ど。
final game, actually, I was
そ
beaten
こ
a
でボ
lot
コボ
at
コに
that
され
time.
て、まあ、その頃
So
からもう、こいつはプ
since
ロになる。
then,
うん、まあ、どうせどっかで上がってくるだろうって
I
いうのは
thought
もう分かっ
that
ていたんで。
I would see
まあ、
Chippy
ここでまたなんか
already.
僕が
He
リ
is
ベ
gonna
ン
be
ジという立場
professional.
だったんで
So
すけど、まあ、それを
this
果
is
たせ
kind
て
of
最後に
retaliation
挑
from
戦
me.
決
So
勝
I
頑張り
feel
ます。
most good. I'll do my best in the final
どうで
game.
したか、昔からのね、
So
ライバルだったということですけ
Aki
ど。
says that you have been
前ぐらいで
his
すかね。
rival.
バトが
Yeah, it was
バ
like
ト
2 years ago.
になってから
Once TAD started.
で、そ
there's the first competition. Yeah, I was just lucky at the time. I know I'm disappointed about this result, but as a professional, I challenged myself for Aki. That was great experience, and next time definitely I want to be the winner. Okay, so for the next tournament, I hope that GP-san could do a better job. So I'm looking forward Aki-san's performance in the final match. Again, you did a good job. Congratulations, Aki. Yeah, there was a really very little gap between their performance levels. Actually, I was really thrilled by seeing their decision of team members. Yeah, they put lots of thought into that. Yes, I think they have something personal against each other, so that is why the battle was so exciting. Yeah. So there was some trouble with the device. Over time, yeah, you could have thought about many things, but you have to keep your high level of your mindset. That is one condition for professional. Aki says that he wanted to beat Kamiwa, but he was the winner. Yeah, of course. I know he had a very good, strong party already. So what do you think about commentators? Kosuke-san, what do you think? Yeah, the first set would be very impactful. So Aki won it, and the second volcano could be avoided. That's what I said. In the third set, after winning the first set, we could take a look at up to the third set, right? So Aki can do that. That is really great, to be honest. Yeah, he already thought about the third set in his first set, right? Yeah, that thought process is one condition based on his experience with previous tournaments. That's what I felt according to his interview. Yeah, he has a very great experience as almost king. Yes. Okay, let's move to the next semi-final. So Oda-san, please. Okay. Panzer shows Champions Cup TGS 2022, the second match of the semi-final. These are the players. So, Miura. I try to use more complex information so that I can do what I don't want to be done. It's been 7 years after I became professional. I have not earned good performance yet, so I'll do my best to be the champion at this tournament. So, Mr. Miura. And his counterpart. Refresh. I'm skillful for forming a team. Last year TGS, I used a very brand new formation. Then I became the semi-champion. So I want to be the champion for the first time in last 4 years. So player refresh. So please get ready. So this matching can be seen in 2022 at the semi-final. I'm very excited because you've been experiencing a lot, right? Yeah. 4 years ago, in 2018 and 17. Yeah, Miura was the third position and Refuse was the second position. Since then, this TAD competition started, and then they been beating up each other and gaining more experience. Like a Refresh got more experience. The Miura has not earned much good experience yet. That's what he said, right? So in this best 4 stage, they can battle against each other. So yeah, Miura actually beaten Sue, right? Yeah. The party was so complex. It's not easy at all. Yeah, there's so many thoughts put. So probably it's so difficult to destroy it from counter player's perspective. So look at left, this is Miura, Pavankos, Ersopone, and Misty Knight, Lara, Interior, Artemis, and Misty Knight. That is a formation for refresh. So dark. So looking at refresh party, it's not so easy to beat a Miura, but in case of Artemis, like if there's no darkness in formation, there's no vertical division. So actually, Artemis could be in an advantageous position. So it depends. So Miura, carbon, if they could use carbon cruise, then refresh have to use Artemis, right? Yes, for better formation. Wow, it's so difficult to do, right? Yeah, reduction may not be effective unless 7 is destroyed, right? Carbon cruise could not be activated without completion, right? Yeah. Artemis should be used too, so maybe that's the way how he could survive. Of course, P80 battle should think of strategies like what should be used for what. So multicolors may be weak points, right? Like Mighty Knights group, their skills, and Mystic Knights groups, and like a 3. So, they could use 3 single colors, which is kind of a nasty way. So Carbacos and Mystic Knights could be a set of harassment, right? So these 2 pieces can actually struggle Miura.
So instead of 1, 2 are coming. What are they? So if the one that you least like will be used for opponent, the first game, Mihara Stebune Intorio for refresher, Intorio East operation time reduction. It's more like a multi-purpose, isn't it? Are there multiple colors? Almost, they are going to really compete. Get it right, Neftis rejection. Assignment of the key. It wasn't much of the dark. Arian lot with 3, so it's kind of helpful. Return, vertical division. Aria lot. 80% return, 80% reduction and return, 50% operation time reduction. On the left-hand side, Miura, Elsebone, 7 or above. Amakozumi is for the mobile Shion, but he took it out. Miura guessed it right. 3-3. So 3 colors simultaneously for refresh. They keep the lock, then I think he can respond. Puzzle phase. Mihara 3 combos or more in the dark. Miura puzzles are cut. 2 colors are left. Refresh, very calm. Miura 6. 2 colors, 6 combos without a light for refresh.
、まあ、相手がね、打てるタイミングが絞られていって、最終的に
So
レベ
they
ルが溜まったり
narrow
すれば
down the timing for shooting for the other one.
火と光は生成できて、かつ闇は投げてもらえるみたいな感じで3色が担保でき
The
ます。
fire and light can be generated.
できるだけこの鍵を残しつつ、スキルを残し
They
つ
want
つ
to
調整したいリフレッシュ。
leave the key and skills. This is the final turn. They kept the lock. Very good. Refresh is winning. Then we have to wait for the judgment. Kept it. Miller 8. Refresh 6. Waiting. He's waiting. Refresh only got 5 times. Refresh focused on leaving them. They have to reduce the 5 drops at the same time by leaving 3 colors. Then we see a turnaround in the game. More 4 in the dark in the middle. No lucky combo. Dark is coming. There are 4 colors. If the dark stops, if he's lucky, there's no lucky combos. Refresh has to stop it. Let's look at fire first. Water. Get the fire and turn the water. Cannot stop it. Miura stopped it. So there was a moment to turn it around. What do you think? Refresh was quite perfect. I think Refresh was quite perfect. You were very impressed by his play, weren't you? But this happens. But all of a sudden you freeze and cannot think. As you can see, Refresh regrets how he played. If he got it, well, Refresh has to refresh himself. Or he might get 2, or if they come together, he has to get both. So turning it around is important. Miura is waiting for Ultimis. Perhaps Rintorio. Was it Rintorio? And it was escaped and caught for Refresh. It was really tough. 4 turns, vertical division, and 3 seconds extension, and the leader was secured for the dark. Okay, second one. Refresh screams. Match as planned. Miura, before the game, when there's a operation time reduction, maybe he can use this to prevent it. I think Miura thought about. I think he expected Miura and used La instead. Refresh probably guessed it right. So they try to read the other people's mind in the back and the back and the back mind of the mind. And God Killer can be a decisive factor for the final judgment. Oh, I see 2. Basil, there are 9 combos. 7, 8. Killer 2. 6 and Ukai. Because Killer is going to Miura, dark, key and water will be taken. Miura has to take others. But this build, the extension, can be used in 4 turns. This is the build for that. So he has to gain combos. And if there's a difference of one combo, that's how Miura can win against Refresh. Miura is increasing the power. Increasing all the eliminating all 5 colors to get more power. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the number of combos dropped. Refresh would refresh. Refresh got 3 attributes. Miura 2. I think Refresh understands the situation. Didn't shoot. Refresh was going to throw. Is it already in the binding? If not, Achilles. If Miura use it, and maybe he can gain some gauge. Refresh is probably in the favorable condition because he didn't throw as much. So the gauge is quite stable. Yes. Stopped. Seems like we don't have to wait for the judgment. The stamina is 2 to 1. Refresh lost in the first game, unfortunately, so he wants to turn it around. No light damage imposed. And God type La is returned. And Hera. Rogue operation 50% reduction. Last turn for Miura, I wonder. Refresh took a first move. Miura doesn't have much time left.
8, 9. 9 combos, so Miura, 12 combos for Refresh. The water, so everything has been refreshed. So they're moving to the third set now. So 1 versus 1 now, right? Yes. So Osuke-san, what do you think? Yeah, that was a good performance, good set. Refresh peaks really were effective. Law was used. So that's great. If Kabanko came, then he would be in tears, but yeah, he's still calm, right? Yes. So Miura was also calm too. So it's kind of scary to see him, but Fearless said, so so 7 combos in darkness, that could be a tool. So Refresh got it. So that's why I think he used the law. That's what I thought. So for Refresh, I think the match went as he expected. Yeah, maybe he didn't feel comfortable, but now he had a path to the third set. Yes, he made a very big gesture. So Fearless, what do you think? Yeah, then Miura's party doesn't have vertical divisions. Artemis might be weak. And then Refresh could have a better opportunity, chance, right? Yeah. So Carbon Cruise and Artemis, right? Yeah, Miura. This Artemis doesn't have much high score, right? No. Carbon Cruise, not Artemis. Refresh Alchemist may not be able to be beaten. Refresh, he has a good leader skill set, then okay, damage reduction, darkness, so Mirror captured it. There is a vertical division too, yes. So darkness is there, right? So now operation can be shortened, awakening skills is used. There's no reduction and there's a vertical division. I think he could gain certain level of magnification. So that is how Refresh wants to play. So Refresh wants to get 7 combos, right? Yeah, 5 combos with that operation time. Miura got 9 combos. He could get more magnification. So 3 versus 3 now. Looking at attacking power, this is enough, and Casablanca is there. Oh, this is very good performance. So darkness. Oh, it's rejected and 0. Miura's protection rate is reduced by 50%. Skills have been reduced by 90%, and Jura's vertical division is well aligned. And Refresh doesn't have vertical division. So operation could be reduced, but it can have a rose. So firepower, should be no issue. Miura can want to get water well connected. Yeah, Refresh can survive. 11 combos, 6 combos for Miura. Yes, Refresh survived. This is big impact, 3 versus 2. Miura is struggling now. So there's a sweep. He eats water. Yeah. So there's no skills for generation, staples there. 4 combos? So maybe Refresh has extra space. Positivity. Well, okay, his reaction was interesting. Casablanca combo. Okay. What about darkness? So there's water drop switched. No wood. And Casablanca. And the border will be changed. This could be the fatal point. No facial face change in Miura. Water is kept as minimum. So Refresh can be just calm. So this will may not stop. Okay, 7 combos for Refresh and 6 combos from Miura. Okay, Refresh survived. 2 versus 1. So Refresh is going to the final. So congratulations. That was really fierce battle, right? So Miura-san, you could not win. What do you think? Yeah, the first set. Yeah, so I thought that was a little bit disadvantageous, but because of the zone's log, firepower got reduced, so I could survive. That's why I won the first set, but in the second set, because I gave darkness in 2, so I thought that Refresh could approach us more aggressively, but actually Lao was used. So the Lao got like a god killer. Because of the firepower difference, I could not win. The third set, I thought that I could not win it anyway, so I gave up. So the peak in the first set, really, it was impactful. Yes. Yeah, that was important. Well, you did a good job. Thank you so much. So now you're going to the final set from consolation match. Congratulations, Miura. No, Refresh, sorry. Yeah, in the first set, I could have kept this lock, in 6. I thought that Persephone would be. That's why I gave in Sotone. That was right, but I could not win the first set. You know, of course, I could have eliminated light, although I could not do that. Persephone, Winterio, if there is a match, then I thought that, my strategy was not so bad. Lure versus La, that would give me victory, I thought. So there are two darkness and a light. So I really wanted, so I thought that, he would give light. That's why I gave light too. That is exactly the same as my strategy. So I thought, okay, I'll win. So it's like your forecast was read by him. That was also read by yourself, right? Yeah, in the third set, I thought that Artemis would give me a victory. That's what I thought. Okay, your interpretation was right. That's great. So you're going to the final, right? Yes. How do you feel now? I think you're in a good momentum. Yeah, my interpretation forecast is good, although I'm not very good at puzzle, but I feel like I'm seeing what's going to happen next more accurately. So 3 years ago, I could not be the champion, so I hope that I can be the champion this time. Okay, good. I wish lots of luck, and thank you very much, both players. Thank you. I know they played games in many places, right? Yeah, that was a great battle, right? Yeah, that was so heated up. PAD is always hot. Yeah, from consolation match, he came to here, yeah, because of his great momentum. I hope that he could continue his momentum until the end. So the final would be determined by Uno, right? No, PAD match still, not Uno. Yeah, how many draw force you have? No, it's not like that. Of course, Uno has colors. That is something common, like 5 colors to 4 colors, right? No. So the next is, so uniforms will be in green, right? Yeah. Which is true green, yes. That should be determined in the final. I have the true green. The loser may have a little paler green, like a yellow and green, right? Yeah. Okay, so now the final match is going to start.
Let's get started. Thank you. Okay. This is the final. Of the final, those are the two players. More than ever, puzzle is not just for me. I show my play to many people now. I always was confident that I was the best player. I still have the same target. I want to beat everyone. Aki. Versus the foreign parties. I think I'm pretty good at it. I can fight from around. I only made it to semi-final last year. I want to be the champion for the first time in 4 years. Refresh. Oh, I thought you're not going to put on glasses. Please get ready. I really thought that he is not going to put on glasses. So took off glasses and put on glasses. I think he should unwind the earphones. They're tangled. Sorry. Maybe that's something that he shouldn't think about. Aki is talking to himself. What do you think? They made it to the final. Fierce is having a hardest time. He said that he didn't want to see those two players in the final. But Refresh came back from the loser's bracket run. And Aki came back. They both have experience in winning the championship. I think this is a match that we often see. Well, Refresh was quite strong, and then Aki became stronger. And then it's difficult to win the championship. What do you think? They are very strong champions. Yes, I became the second place because of one of them of the championship. Okay, let's look at their leaders. Aki, Artemis Mill, Mystery Knight, and Artemis, Mystery Knight, Fierce. What do you think? Artemis is used. Pick that they kind of don't count on. How to use the pick is a decisive factor in the game because they are both wearing green. Correct. If they win with Artemis, they become the true green. Iwai-san, also the green Artemis is the most important pick. Aki used Artemis and Mill, very stiff characters, and thin vertical division. It worked well. Alterio can break through vertically for Refresh. A pick will be more difficult. Aki has a hard time picking. No, I think it's both. Aki wins the first round, and then probably he'll be in a better position, but I don't think that's the scenario for this game. Refresh really tries to see what's going to happen. Aki is stable. So I told you about the losers bracket run. One game more is also makes a difference. I think his shoulders are warmer, and also the mindset. It's easier to create momentum. So losers bracket run is kind of you got the luck. And there's nothing to lose, to be honest. When you win the tournament, even if you make mistakes, you can still win. I think in that sense, Refresh has a better luck. Aki Aki is quite good. He didn't make big mistakes. Match with Iwase and other matches, he was very stable. When you look at Aki, Aki has the feeling of the championship. Okay, Mystery Knight. Okay, this is the first round in the final. Aki and Refresh. Lama and Mystery Knight. This matching probably it's a little favorable for Mystery Knight. I think they tried to find out the God Killer or Lar if they are using Lars. Refresh also used Lar a lot. God Killer, or they always keep the God Killer in mind. Right. The reduction is also considered. First, refresh puzzle is very important. How do they do it? Then wood 29 combos. Fire refresh, water refresh, wood refresh, light refresh, dark refresh. That was lucky combo. 43 refreshes leading by 1. Looks good. They are both talking. Aki is more emotional now because he's in the final. This is quite important. Herai's operation turn 7 seconds fix was the tactics, and I think that was a good tactics to use. Mr. Knight skill 3-second extension. Aki wants to double the time and still got reduction. And it's okay to get the attack from refresh. Like the fire before, the color was picked for the previous one. And if he gets a lucky combo, the cage stops 38 combos. Aki, what do you think? Mr. Knight from the bottom, from the top, fire, refresh, gives a big sum. First time in 4 years, and this is the revenge. What do you think? Well, Aki couldn't help it because of the matching. Herai's manual are used for the turn, and there was a very small window to win against refresh. 20 double. We got fire after recovery. What do you think about this? Well, 3-1 didn't catch up. Aki's smiling. Aki's thinking refresh is doing well. Thinking about the other. Well, you have to wait for a mistake. I totally understand how they feel. Not just mistakes. So there's a difference of 2. There's a killer. So 4 colors are determined, and this is going to be a decisive factor.
So Achilles doesn't have fire power expansion. So 3 Crusaders. Darkness got dropped for 6 combos. Aki got 9 combos. No stop. Aki nodded. So the first hit was won by refresh. So the first hit was over. It was won by refresh. Kosuke-san, what do you think? Yeah, shooting was effective. Good thing is that Artemis, Mill, Aki got 2. There's a vertical division in Lower and Ontario, which could be kept. So, like when 3/4 came in, then refresh got better formation. So Diamond, both players, so they are reading their strategies each other, right? In a nutshell, picking is so good. Not only that, like Crusaders are well captured, of course. Yeah, this is really strong flow. Yes, I feel that. So Fearless, what do you think? Now, the core color green has not been found in each player yet, right? Yeah, but refresh. From his perspective, Artemis could win Mystic Knight or Mill.
なんで結構出しやすいイメージ。
So it's easy to use it. But once it's dropped, then you would have struggle, right? Yeah. So when Mystic Knight is avoided, and if comes in the third, then it'll be tough. Like Intruding. I mean, like we saw, Mystic Knight could be used from the top. Then you see some problems, right? Then you have to use me like us, right? In the second set, Lava Imperial should be used. Then if Mystic Knight is used, that should be okay. Ultimates or Mill, if it is used, then you can win. That is another story or option. So I know this is very straightforward, but if you read too much, then your expectation could not be met, right? So then you have to go to the third set. So Mill and so because Mystic Knight and Achilles should have different reactions. So which comes to the second or the third set, that should be also considered. Like a refresh might have some difficulties. So from Aki's perspective, what do you think? Fearless.
難しいっすね。
So it's a difficult question. Is it? So now our gut perspective, we are taking a helicopter view now, right? Also, we Fearless and you have experience, but you still feel this is a difficult question, right? So Aki can use Artemis for winning, and he can use Mystic Knight in the third set. That could be his scenario. But Mackenzie could be used in the second set, Artemis Interior, or... Oh, refresh set, wow. So he wished he could see Mystic Knight here, right? I think it's Mill. Mill will be better for him. Rintorio has a vermin lock, so you can take some actions against it in this formation. So refresh Miura. Their game was used like a Persephone. Remember? Refresh kept lock, right? If that can be reproduced here, then there should be no problem. So in the first turn, they already made a big challenge. So awakening. And here, operational hours, time is shrunk. Aki got 3.2 seconds. Combos should be combined, yes? Okay, maximum output is there for combo. Refresh should use more than 3 colors. Drop should be connected, right? Like in 5, which he could not make. So 10 combos. Other colors, like water with higher power. I think 2 ways are there. Yes. So that attacking color should be kept. If water is kept, that would be good. But Aki is so skillful, it's so fast. Yeah, dice got dropped and the 11 combos are kept. What about refresh? Water is eliminated. Water lock is there. So 11. But lock. If there's no fault locks, then refresh could be jeopardized. You see a block of elimination, and yeah, he was at a risk. It's so easy for shooting, so refresh want to bring himself to judgment while Aki does not want to see it. So water should be kept, right? Aki. He took an action first. And fire got dropped. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wow. Refresh. 3 colors were gone. 7 combos. Water is kept. But there is a 7 combo gap, right? This is really struggling situation for Refresh. Fearless, what do you think? Refresh could not gain fire, which is bad for him. Like a Robin Hood, a Awakening has a balance, right? So because of that, fire is there. The Robin Hood at the second from the left. Then Aki has more combos. So if two colors are taken as a judgment, Refresh cannot win the game. Okay, Lorita with skills. So balance killer. So 50% vertical division. Water is locked, right? So the final turn requires lots of combos for Refresh. Aki, so there's 4 combos should be gained for Refresh to eliminate the gap from Aki. Yeah, that is more realistic line. So there is a more than 4 combo gap, right? So okay. So Refresh is wishing now 10 to 8. Oh, it got stopped. Okay, Aki got the second turn, but we cannot finish this game yet. We have to continue. So 1 versus 1 now. So they experienced the championship already in the past at TGS before, but last year another player was a champion. So 2 of these people could not be a champion. So that's why they are so wishing for a championship. So after watching the semi-final and the final, both players tries to keep lock, but it didn't work well, right? Fire was kept, and fire attributes, and the water should be controlled at the same time, right? Yeah. So I think they have too much awareness of that. That could be the impact. So they have to be very careful, right, in this battle, right? Robin Hood has certain attribute for fire only. So Fearless, what do you think? The final pick. So Refresh would use Artemis, I believe. Aki, I don't know. Maybe he could use Meal. Meal versus Artemis, right? The true green means, Aki used Artemis for winning, so Refresh could use Artemis for winning, maybe. So that could happen. Aki's Meal actually gave good effects for winning, so Mills didn't lose the game. So Refresh Artemis. I think it has a vertical division, right? 0 was there. Yeah, in 5 turns. Okay, that should be enough. Okay, so this is the third set in the final. Aki is using Male, Refresh is Artemis. Aki has a Oshama for shooting. So Aki wants to get vertical reduction regardless of shooting from Refresh. So how much recovery could be gone?
Casablanca. Sorry, not recovery. He should eliminate light. For left in light, for Aki, if he gets 7 combos, Refresh can take it. Leader skill Artemis for Refresh. Aki, recovery cross, 8 combos, 9 combos, 10 combos. Refresh got 7 combos. Is it stopping? 3 to 3. That was very close. 3 to 3. But we don't know. Aki is damaged by the Lumiere.
さあ、やばい、やばすぎる。抜けなくないとリフレッシュ言ってますね。
Refresh says that it doesn't go through.
さあ、先にアッキー、回復十字から、光左。
Aki recovery cross to
7コンボリフレッシュ。願う10コンボ。
Low key 10 combos.
キはどうだ。待てのアッキーに待たないリフレッシュ。
Refresh doesn't wait. Aki says wait.
2対2。
2
ダメージは通っています。
Damage went through.
そうですね。
Didn't really
あと体力2ゲージ削り切って生き残れば
Stamina 2
優勝です。
gauges.
今年のもうチャンピオンで
If
す。
you could
マジか。
keep the stamina, you will win.
最終段に合わせるっていうことなので、
はい。
これは
Well, this is
殴り合うんですか最終。
いやあれなんですよね。
はい
アルテミスにも一応 90% 減のスキルがあるので、
はい
Samus has a 90%
見るで勝つできるみたい
skills.
な。
うん。
Well,
ところがあるんですよ
Mill can
なの
work.
でまあ一応まだわからないんですけど、最終
We
ターン
still don't know who is going to win
スキル
at
の
this
枚数
point.
的にまだアッキー選手に余裕があるので、
I think Aki
7コンボ
has some
リフレッシュ7コンボ
leeway. 7 combos for both.
ここもお互いが削り合う。
Try to
判定の可能性も出てくる。
もう投げます
eliminate
どうなんだろう。
each.
アキ選手投げない。
Aki doesn't throw.
3リフレッシュ2。
Aki 3, refresh 2.
ここで
さあ
How
最
about
後に
combos?
勝負に行きます。
Lastly, they are going to
50%
really
軽減ゼラ。そこを超
try to beat the other Zera. Refresh eliminated.
7コンボ
そうですね。
7 combos.
抜かれちゃうん
You
で
have
ローネ
he has to get 7
Oh,
combos
ですよね。
to stay alive.
受けるダメージ 90% 軽減リフレッシュ。
90% reduction for refresh.
ここからのオザマからのヘリアンタスがある
Osama to Heriandes.
まだ残ってますね。
ここでミー
Still
ル
there. Emil.
回復
Recover.
少し消えつつ
Ojamas
ランダム
eliminating
でここで木は4つ残っています
ちょっとこれはあ
4
れですね
for。
お互い
wood.
止まるかもしれないです。
耐えれそうです。
They
はい
they
さあ
both
お
might
互いが
stop.
叫んでる
いやただ
They are
これ
screaming,
状態です
both
そう
of
なんですけど
them,
ただこれ木の
They are
落ち次第では
on the
貫通するん
screen.
で
はい
based on the lucky combo
なしです
for the wood. No lucky combos.
ビルのスキル
逆にアキ
8 combos.
6
Aki
光は
6.
さすがに通るか
Light go through.
耐え
What do you
た
think?
継続です5ターン目
It continued.
縦割ってるんで、
はい
Fifth turn.
そうですね
The
はい
vertical.
ただこれまだアッキー選手も一応十字枠面
Vertically
で貫通はしていけるような状況なので、
There's
い
breakthrough.
やーこれはちょっとわからんっす
Wow.
回
We
復も
still
十
don't
字組め
know.
る状態アッキ
二大
ー
攻撃
取れば優勝
Recovery
取れば優勝
Possibility for
どっ
refresh.
ちなの
If that happens, he'll win.
2回目の優勝に輝くかアッキー
He's going to win for the second time at Tokyo Game Show.
リフレッ
6,
シュは
7,
7
refresh 8, 11.
さあこの5コンボ差が
The difference of these 5 combos
削り切った
completed
判定です
judgment.
どっちがポイント高いんだまずはコンボ
Who
数
gets
7.2
higher points? Combos
ダメージは
damage on
3 2
attributes.
10.6
Aki
優勝は
10.6.
リグレス選手
Refresh
東京ゲームショウ
Refresh
2022王者はリグレッシュ
is the
4年ぶりに返り咲き
champion.
ました
First time in 4 years.
グッドゲーム
That was a good game. Yeah, it was absolutely a good
お疲れ
game.
様でした
Good work.
さあ
Good work.
リフレッシュ選手喜んでおります
Refresh.
けれども
You look
いや
very
ーちょっとね
happy.
お話を
はい、
伺いましょうか。
そうですね。
Can you
まずは準優勝
Tell us how you
Aki
feel
選手
first. I want to talk to
どうですか
Aki first.
もうちょっと
What do you
お風呂
think?
みたいになっちゃってますけど
Are you taking a bath?
マイクが入ってないか
あ、マイクがちょっとで
Maybe
ごめ
the
ん
mic is off
完全にラストのラストですね。
at
正
the
直
end.
やりきったので、
うん
はい。
I
悔いはないですが
my
勝ちたかったなと思います。はい。
No regret, but I wanted to win.
そうですね。まあ細かい話をしていくと、まあ
When
そう
if I
うんまあ
look into the detail of the game,
だいぶきついとは思ったん
the
ですけど
first pick was
なんか
off.
3点目結構
That was a bad
運よく
start.
かな。所定が抜けてくれて、
And but for the third
ワン
one,
チャンあるか
it,
なと思
I
ったん
got
です
a
けど、
breakthrough.
僕の
I
脳の処理とかも
thought I
全然
have
じゃな
an
くて
one opportunity, but my
はい。
brain wasn't catching up with the situation.
はい、この後帰れるか心配です。
I don't know if I can go
使い切り
home.
ました
はい、
ね。
まあ、もう
You
リフレッ
used
シュ
up all the
選手はもう
energy.
何回も
I
こういうね
play
上の
games
舞台
with
で
refresh
戦ってるの
at
で、
a very
も
high level games
なんだろう、
like
もう
this.
リフレなら負けてもしょうがないと思うんですけど、やっぱ
I
り勝ちたい
always
んで
feel that
なるほど
if my opponent is
ま
refresh,
た次
I can take it, but still I want to win.
さあ
and beat him
勝負は
next time.
ましたが、
Okay.
復活からの優勝ということでリフレッシュ
You
選手
won
おめでとうご
from
ざい
the
ます。
losers bracket run.
ありがとうございます。
Congratulations.
さあ、
Thank
率直な
you.
今の気持ちいかがですか？
最高です。
How do you feel? Best. I feel the
勝因
best.
というか、どの辺だったと思いますか？
そう
Why did you win? How did you win?
身近に話してくれたんで、ちょっとまあ僕も
Aki's comment was quite brief. I try not to talk too much.
1試合目のピックを
The first game, the pick for the first game,
ええ
Aki thought I was
まあ
going to use
こっ
Artemis.
ちのアルテミスが刺さりが良くて、
My
アキ選手で
Artemis was quite
明
good.
確に勝てるのはまあラーぐらいだった。
And Aki's La was the only obvious
うんラーは
character
勝つかなって感じだったん
to
で
win.
その
So
本目はもうアルテミスは出さないようにしよう
Artemis
で、まあ
I didn't want to
ラーに
use
対して
Artemis for the first
まあ
time.
選択肢あったんですけど、まあオーディン出して
And I
取れて
chose La
二
and
本目
all.
は
And the second time,
なんか勝てるかなって思ったんですけど、アルテミス
I thought I could win.
3本目っすね。
Third
3本目
one,
本当になんか一
Third
旦
round
入るかなって思ったら
ええ
削られてしまって、
I thought I could take it,
まあ
but I
その
was
アキ選手
dragged
の
by him.
ミスがあった
And
のかなわかんないですけど、ちょっと
Aki made some mistakes? Not sure. Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying.
のね、
At the
まだ
last
結果がわから
turn,
ないところまでもつれましたけれども、
そうですね。
so we weren't sure about the result.
はい。
あれがなかったら負け
I think there are two lucky combos without those two, probably. Well, maybe I didn't have a breakthrough.
すごいいい勝負だったんで、もっと
But anyways,
喋ることあるんですけど、
It was a good game, and I want to say more, but probably I'll stop here today.
次戦いましょう。
Let's have another game. I'm waiting for
勝
you.
っても勝つぞという意志で、
そうですね。
Are you saying that you will win again when you play games against Aki again?
はい。
Correct.
リ
Okay.
フレッシュ選手の優勝ということになりました。
は
お二人ともお疲
Refresh
れ様でございました。
is the
おめでとうございます。
winner.
お疲れ様でした。ありがとうございま
Congratulations
した
for both of you.
さあ、熱い戦い見られましたけれども、はい。
す
So
さ
ごかったですね。
that was a great game. Very exciting.
ねまだまだ喋り
あ、なかなかね、
はい
二人ともね、
Well,
決勝に上がった二人は、
はい
いろんなと
both
ころ
of
で戦
them
ってます
made
し、プロ
made
ゲー
it
マ
to
ー
the
としても
finals, and they
Yeah.
often play against each other. And they've been a professional player for quite some time.
ね
So they're
話が
they
尽きない
play
感じになってますね。
今もね、
against each other, but they are kind of friends too.
さあこの後表彰式を行うんですけれ
Okay,
ども、
we are going to have a
TGS 公式チャンネルでの
ceremony.
配信は以上で終了とさせていただき
That's
ま
all
す。
for the
引き続
TGS
き表彰式の様子は
official
公式チャンネ
program.
ルでお届けさせて
You
いただ
can
き
move
たい
to
と
the
思います
official
はい
ということで、
puzzle and dragon channel. Please move to that channel.
またね。
Okay, see you later.